You spent $50, $60, maybe $70,000 on a Kia Telluride. You know how to drive it, but I guarantee there are features in that car right now, active, fully functional, ready to use, that you have never touched. Not because you are not paying attention, because Kia buried them. Today we fix that. 20 hidden features. Let's go. Maybe 1 in 100 Telluride owners knows that Highway Driving Assist 2 on SX and SX Prestige trims can initiate lane changes on your behalf. Use Signal. If the system judges it safe, the car moves over by itself. Not steers within the lane, actually changes it. I used this for the first time on the I-95 and genuinely gassed. It monitors your blind spot, checks the gap, and executes the maneuver with the calm confidence of someone who has done this 1,000 times. Turn on HDA2 in the driver assistance menu, set your cruise speed, signal normally. If the gap is not safe, it simply waits, unlike most human drivers. Number 2 is one most owners have never even looked for, and it could genuinely save a life. Less a party trick and more a potentially life-saving function almost nobody knows is on by default. The Telluride has ultrasonic sensors in the rear cabin that detect movement after you park and lock. If it senses motion from a child, a pet, or a very confused adult, it sounds the horn and flashes the lights. Find it in Settings, Vehicle, Safety. It's Ships Enable. Most owners have never confirmed it is active because they have never needed it. Take 30 seconds right now and verify. Kia added this after incidents involving children left in hot cars. In 3 years of recommending it, it has flagged 2 real situations. 2 moments where the beeping genuinely mattered. Number 3 is something the car is doing to you right now without you realizing. And it is completely on purpose. The Telluride watches you drive. The driver attention warning monitors your steering inputs, lane keeping behavior, and journey duration. If it decides you're becoming erratic, it does not just beep. It recommends a break. A coffee cup icon appears on the cluster, suggesting you pull over and rest. I was on an overnight run from Atlanta to Charlotte, absolutely fine in my own estimation, when the car calmly told me to stop. I did. 2 coffees later, the next 2 hours were noticeably better. Adjust sensitivity in the driver assistance settings. I leave mine on high. The car is not judging you, it just has better data about your driving than you do right then. Up next, a feature so good it makes other drivers stop and stare. I'm not exaggerating even slightly. RSPA is the feature that makes bystanders question reality. Telluride running and in park, you step outside, hold the lock button on the key fob, and the car reverses itself into a space without you in it. You stand on the pavement watching a 3-row SUV the size of a small barge parallel park by itself. Pull up to the space, select park or reverse on the display, step out, hold the button. Done. Works on parallel and perpendicular spaces. I've used it 11 times. Every single time, someone nearby has said something involving the word witchcraft. They are not wrong. Number 5 is buried 3 menus deep, works every single day, and you have probably already benefited from it without knowing. Everyone knows the Telluride has a 360-degree camera. Fewer know the surround view system includes a transparency mode that digitally renders the area beneath and in front of the car, giving you a simulated view through the hood. This matters when crawling over curbs, pulling into tight spots, or navigating terrain you cannot see directly. Tap the camera icon while surround view is active and cycle through the layouts. The transparent hood view is in there. My wife uses it every time she parks in our narrow driveway. Before we found it, she had taken out 2 plant pots and a garden gnome. The gnome has not been replaced. Some losses are permanent. This next one is worth actual money, real, calculable, annual savings, and it takes 2 minutes to set up. For plug-in hybrid Telluride owners, this one is worth real money. The Kia app and in-car settings let you schedule charging to begin at a specific time rather than the moment you plug in. Electricity costs significantly less during off-peak hours, typically between 11 at night and 7 in the morning. Owners who plug in on arrival are paying peak rate electricity for every charge. Scheduling a delayed start takes under 2 minutes in the vehicle settings menu. Over a full year, this single change can save between $150 and $300 depending on your tariff. The car is offering you free money. All you have to do is collect it. Number 7 sounds administrative. It is anything but. This one changes how the car feels every single time you get in. The Telluride supports 2 full driver profiles remembering virtually everything: seat position, mirror angles, steering wheel height, climate preferences, infotainment settings, ambient lighting, driving mode. The moment a saved driver sits down, the car reconfigures itself entirely. Most owners have heard of this. What most have not done is set it up properly. Go to Settings, Profiles, and walk through the full setup for every regular driver. I configured my wife's profile with her seat position and softened steering. First time she got in, she sat quietly, then asked what else the car could do that she did not know about. That conversation lasted a very long evening. This video is basically that evening, condensed. Next up, something hiding in the rear door panel that most owners have sat next to for years without ever noticing. The number of Telluride owners who do not know these exist genuinely staggers me. Rear side windows on SX and SX Prestige trims have built-in retractable sunshades. Not aftermarket stick-on mesh, not suction cup monstrosities. Actual factory-fitted shades that slide up from the bottom of the rear door glass at the press of a button in the rear door panel. They block meaningful solar heat gain, which matters especially for children in rear-facing car seats. Tests show active rear shades can reduce rear passenger side temperatures by up to 8 degrees Celsius on a direct sun exposure drive. That is not a trivial number on a July afternoon. The button is small, easy to miss, and almost nobody has pressed it. Number 9 works quietly in the background on every drive. Most owners have no idea it is reading anything at all. The Telluride's front camera reads speed limit signs in real time and displays the current limit continuously in the instrument cluster. What most owners miss is that this integrates with adaptive cruise control. If cruise is set and the limit drops, the display turns red, giving you a clear visual alert that you are over the legal threshold. On unfamiliar roads with frequent variable limits, this is remarkably useful. The system occasionally misreads damaged signs, so do not treat it as a legal defense, but as a passive awareness tool on long drives through unknown territory, it quietly earns its place every single time. This next one I found by accident in 40-degree heat in desperation. It is now the first thing I show new Telluride owners. Ventilated front seats are standard knowledge on upper Telluride trims. The boost mode is not. Hold the ventilated seat button for 3 seconds rather than pressing it once, and it activates maximum airflow across all perforations simultaneously for a 2-minute pre-cooling burst before dropping to your selected level. I found this by accident in Arizona, sitting on a seat that had been baking for 40 minutes. Holding the button was desperation, not strategy. The result was immediate. The 2-minute burst cools a hot seat measurably faster than cycling to maximum manually. Kia does not mention this in the standard owner's manual. It is in the supplementary guide that virtually nobody reads. Number 11 will mean something very different depending on where you live. If your roads have hills, this one is for you. If you have made it this far, you are exactly the kind of Telluride owner this channel exists for. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications. New videos every week on hidden features, long-term ownership tips, and everything the dealer did not tell you. Auto hold is in the brochure. What the brochure does not tell you is how intelligently it reads gradients. When active on an incline, the system does not simply hold brake pressure. It calculates the grade and adjusts accordingly, preventing any rollback before you reapply the throttle. On steep gradients, the car sits motionless on a 1 in 6 slope without you touching anything. Press the accelerator and the hold releases seamlessly. No lurch, no roll, no drama. I owned a manual transmission truck for years and developed real hill start muscle memory. The Telluride made that skill completely redundant in approximately 4 days. I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about that. Coming up, a security feature that ships with adjustable settings almost nobody has ever touched. Walk away auto lock locks the car when you walk far enough away with the fob in your pocket. Most owners know this exists. Almost none know the detection distance is adjustable. The default range is approximately 3 meters. You can extend it to roughly 5 through the UVO app and in-car settings, meaning the car locks before you have fully turned away from it. I adjusted mine after car theft on my street. Now it is locked and alarmed before I reach the end of the driveway. You can also add a confirmation beep, indicator flash, or both. Everything is adjustable. That is the whole point. Number 13 requires a free Saturday afternoon and a mildly tolerant family, worth every minute of both. the SX Prestige. Bose system has 10 speakers, including a subwoofer. Most owners know it sounds good. Very few know the audio settings let you optimize the equalizer independently for different cabin positions, not just front to rear balance. Go into the sound balance and EQ submenu and tune the third row for fuller bass to compensate for speaker distance while keeping the front crisp. I spent an embarrassing Saturday afternoon doing exactly this. My family's patience varied considerably. My youngest fell asleep. My eldest told me I needed a hobby. I told her this was my hobby. She has not recovered from that information. Next, the feature that makes grown adults stand in car parks with their mouths open. I have seen it happen 11 times. Everyone knows the third row seats fold flat. What very few find is the one-touch tumble mechanism that folds and slides the second row forward simultaneously with a single lever pull, creating a clear walk-in path to the third row. Without this, most owners physically wrestle the second row forward manually, misjudge the clearance, and stand there confused while their family waits. The lever is on the outer shoulder of each second row seat. Pull once. The seat folds, the base tilts, the assembly glides forward. I showed this to a Telluride owner last October. He stood in silence for 10 seconds, then said he had owned the car for 2 years. Number 15 works specifically when you are somewhere you have never driven before. That is exactly when you need it most. When the built-in nav is active, the system pulls real-time speed limit data from the map database and cross-references it with your actual speed. If you exceed a threshold you set, between 5 and 15 miles per hour over the limit, it issues a chime and cluster alert. This is separate from the camera-based sign reader and covers roads where physical signs are absent or blocked. School zones, temporary limits, variable motorway restrictions. On my regular routes, I have caught 2 previously unknown speed camera zones because the nav flagged a limit drop before any sign appeared. In the United Kingdom in particular, this feature borders on essential. This next one sounds like a small distinction. On a 2-hour commute in stop-and-go traffic, it is anything but small. Adaptive cruise that brakes in traffic is unremarkable in 2024. What distinguishes the Telluride is its stop-and-go behavior. If the vehicle ahead moves off within 3 seconds of a complete stop, the car automatically resumes following without any input from you. If stationary longer than 3 seconds, a single resume tap restarts it. In congested motorway traffic, this distinction reduces fatigue significantly over a 2 or 3 hour drive. I drove Washington, D.C. to New York entirely in Smart Cruise on a congested Friday afternoon. I arrived less exhausted than I have ever been on that route. The car did the grinding, so I did not have to. Number 17 is invisible until the day you actually need it. On that day, you will be very glad it exists. The Telluride has an air quality sensor monitoring particulate levels in real time, displayed as a color-coded index in the climate panel. Enable auto recirculation, and the system switches to recirculation mode when external particulates spike, blocking polluted air from entering, then switches back when conditions improve. For owners near cities, wildfire zones, or heavy traffic corridors, this is a functional tool, not a novelty. I drove through a wildfire smoke event in Northern California in 2023. Auto recirculation kept interior air quality green for 90 minutes through visible orange haze outside. My family were entirely unbothered. I was quietly amazed the whole time. Coming up, a light switch that sounds completely trivial right up until 4 in the morning in a dark car park when it is not. The Telluride has a rear cargo LED light. Standard knowledge. What is not is the independent switch inside the tailgate surround that keeps it on indefinitely while the car is in park or accessory mode, even after you have stepped away. Default behavior ties the light to door sensors and it extinguishes quickly. Toggle the independent switch and it stays on as long as you need. I found it at 4 in the morning loading camping gear in a dark Colorado campsite, pressing everything on the tailgate in frustration until the right switch held. The light stayed on. I could suddenly see. I've told this story far too many times and I am not stopping. Second to last, the one feature that changes how much information you have every single time you reverse out of a space. 19. Rear camera mirror mode. The digital rearview mirror on upper Telluride trims can switch between standard reflective and live camera mode, displaying a wide-angle feed from the rear camera regardless of what blocks the physical view. Third row passengers, tall cargo, tinted glass, none of it matters. The display shows 104 degrees directly behind the car. Toggle between modes at the base of the mirror. For anyone who regularly carries full loads, this is transformative. My rear view with a packed car is now categorically better than most vehicles empty. That should not be possible. The physics say otherwise. The Telluride disagrees. The Kia UVO app gives you remote access to a live vehicle health report, not just tire pressure, actual diagnostic data, oil life, service intervals, 12-volt battery health, and stored fault codes, the same ones a dealer's machine reads on your phone before you have started the engine. When a warning light appeared last spring, I had the code read, identified it as a non-critical evaporative emission sensor, and booked a service appointment with the correct part pre-ordered, all before finishing my morning coffee. The dealer visit took 40 minutes instead of 3 hours. Knowledge is not just power here. It is $200 in diagnostic labor fees you simply do not pay. 20 features, 1 vehicle. And the odds are, you just discovered at least 5 things you had no idea your Telluride could do. That is not a knock on you. It is a knock on manuals that nobody reads and dealers that do not have time for the full tour. Go try at least one of these today. Start with Remote Smart Parking Assist. If you want to feel like you are living in 2030, start with the Rear Occupant Alert if you want the one that actually matters most. Either way, your car just got more useful and you did not spend a single penny. Drop a comment below with the feature that surprised you most. Subscribe for a new video every week, and share this with a Telluride owner who thinks they know everything about their car. They do not. You are welcome.